Hello there, and welcome back to Adie Craft. You join me here on Adie's Adventure, episode number 14, and I am here in my treehouse looking at this lovely view out of the window. And this is the building that we got last time that we finished building. Still doesn't have an interior, so one of the things that I'm going to do this episode is put an interior in there, and I'm also holding this. Standing on my bubble column, holding this nether star. So the very first thing that I want to do is actually turn this into a beacon. And I am getting rather low on cobble and particularly stone. So it was very important for me to get the beacon going on and get this placed so I can actually get myself a little bit of mining going on, get myself some of the resources, and then fill you in on what I'm planning on doing this episode, over and above, of course, getting myself an interior on the new house. So I'm going to head over and pick up some iron, and I will see you down in the mines where we're going to get this beacon set up. I decided that I didn't want to come too far for the beacon, just simply because, coming down to the mines, I don't want it to take too long, and also bringing all the resources back. So if you see down there, we have in the distance got the stairs up to the water, the bubble vator up into our tree, and then down this way, if we look there, that's where we fought the wither. So I've kind of put it in the middle of these areas, and now for the first time in Adie's Adventure, we are going to have speed mining. One of the greatest things in the game. So yeah, I am now going to be able to just clear out some massive swathes of this area and get lots and lots of resources. So yeah, really happy with how that's going to go. I'm now going to do a bit of mining, and then I will come back to you once I've cleared a big space. Well, that's always one of the benefits of having a big area and being able to do insta mining is getting yourself some extra diamonds. So these are the first diamonds in quite a long time, apart from the ones I found when I was lighting up in the cave. So these are the first ones from mining, so that's 4. Hopefully I will get some more, and I'll let you know how many I got when I get done. Okay, so I literally just turned the camera off, and there's another vein just here. So let's dig these out. Hopefully we'll get more than 4. 7. That's good. That's much better. So yeah, doing well for diamonds and doing well for resources. Well, that was both fun and tiring. And now I have a whole bunch of resources here. So lots and lots of smooth stone, which I needed. Lots and lots of other bits and pieces. I did find that there's a cave system up there, which is now lit up just over in the distance up there. So I've lit up a fair bit of that as well. Cleared everything out in this space, but apart from those 2 pockets of diamonds, those were the only things that I picked up on the diamond front. But I don't really mind too much. I've got my diamond gear all ready to go with pretty much the best enchantments, and I've got plenty of diamonds and diamond ore here, so it's not really a big concern in terms of the diamonds. It was more actually some of the other resources that it's only once you start building stuff that you realise you go through it pretty quick. So yeah, glad that I've got this stuff here. I'll probably just leave, probably take a whole bunch of the smooth stone up now, and maybe some of the ores as well, like lapis and some of the gold. Gold's always good. And maybe some of the redstone as well. But aside from that, yeah, it can all stay down here for now. Back to the surface now, though, so I can show you what I have planned in terms of building something for the rest of this episode. So I'm going to be expanding on the fantasy district. So up we go, back in the tree again, and I've done a couple of trips, and the smooth stone, the stone resources are looking significantly better than they were. So actually that reminds me, what I will do is just get some of this stuff smelting, and that will give me a bit of a reserve of smooth stone as well. So let's get some of these in whilst I talk you through what I'm going to be doing next. So next on the agenda for the area will be mushrooms. So what I'm actually going to be doing is over here somewhere, and I haven't quite decided where yet. Let's go and have a look now whilst I'm recording. Right, so my shortcut really needs work to get down here. So I am going to be building some giant mushrooms, but I've got a bit of a different idea on how I'm going to be building these compared to the normal giant mushrooms that you might see. So I think potentially there's going to be some up there. I'm also going to have some up here, so I might need to build up this area as well. And I think I'm actually just going to have a few of them dotted around. So I've been working on the designs in Creative, and I will have a few of them dotted around the area of varying different sizes. The biggest ones will also have room to potentially put something inside, but I really don't know what, to be honest. So I might just have them as actual mushrooms. I might leave them open in case I decide to put something in at a later date. But potentially I could have the mushrooms, and I could put in things like some of the different wool farms in there maybe, or I don't know really. If you've got any ideas or suggestions, let me know in the comments. Obviously you'll be able to see how big they are, but yeah, I'm going to have them dotted around, and I think they'll really add to the base. I have also got some plans, maybe not today, but to do some terraforming with some nice paths and some spruce trees. So carrying on the spruce trees from over there, but on here with some custom trees. So I'll probably need to get rid of the birch and the oak, certainly. But yeah, mushrooms are going to be what I'm going to be doing next, and I've put out some podzol so that I can get some mushroom stems. That's going to be one of the blocks that I'm going to be using. And now to do a bit of mushroom farming and resource gathering, and then I will show you some of the positions I'm going to put them in and get building. I've started to terraform and fill in some of the terrain around this hill, which is going to be one of the areas that I'm going to mushroomify. But I've taken a bit of a break from that to decorate and do the interior of the house that we did last time. So I'll just give you a quick run through of that. Now, what I've also managed to do is actually a wandering trader turned up and sold me some vines. So I realized I didn't actually have any, so I've got some vines now. I've put some on here, put some on this building, just to add to the look. But yeah, I tried to make it quite medieval in theme, so it kind of was in keeping with the fantasy here. Nothing too modern looking. So here we go. So downstairs we have some nice barrels either side of the door, a little table here, and then a nice seating area in front of the fire. We've got the classic logs waiting there to fuel the fire, and then we've got this little library. I'm really liking this. Just this little hideaway around the corner where you can sit down on this seat and look out over the tree house. So anyway, coming upstairs from this, we've got the little bedroom area and a little bit of storage in here as well, just with some accents with some spruce trapdoors holding things up. Again, a little table and a seat there. Here over in the corner we've got less said about that the better. And here we've just got some practicality, so some furnaces. It was a bit of an odd space and didn't really know what to put in it, so furnaces it was. But yeah, nice sleeping area. And then upstairs we've got this little meeting room table type design with again a lot more storage in these barrels. So yeah, really quite happy with how this has turned out with this build. Obviously, if you do like this build, I can pop a tutorial together for it. I really quite like how it's turned out, particularly now it's got an interior, and I do find that adding an interior does really make a massive difference to builds like this. So yeah, quite happy with how that's gone. What I probably will do actually is a nice little trick. Have I got some oak? I have. Let's get a bit more of this and get myself some oak trapdoors. And what I will do is just do this, and it just makes the bookshelves look a bit more bookshelfy. And so let's just close those. Yeah, nice little touch there with the bookshelves. Not too worried about the one around the corner because you can't really see that, but it just finishes them off. Anyway, I digress. Now I have to go and continue clearing some space, so I'll clear some more of the areas like up here, and then I'll come back to you before the time lapse and building the mushrooms. So a considerable time later, and I've done a lot of clearing and shaping of the terrain. I've tried to make it a bit more organic around here with some divots and ups and downs, and this area here was actually considerably taller. There was like 3 blocks extra height on this particular bit, so I've cleared all of this off, taken out all the stone that was here, replaced it with grass, so we've got a nice flat surface. And actually I like this area so much that I may save this for a build for the next episode rather than one of the mushrooms. But yeah, we're gonna place some torches first of all, so to mob proof this. I am going to completely mob proof this at some point in the not too distant future, and obviously do a lot of landscaping around here. But yeah, just shaping things now, I think it's getting a much more pleasant look to it. I've dug down a block here just to kind of take away this big flat area that existed. Obviously I'd built this out and had covered this with grass, and that's now all grown, and taken the trees off there and a lot of trees from there. So now I'm going to pick the places. Well, first of all I'm going to go to sleep, but then I'm going to pick the places that I want the mushrooms to be, and then I think the best way to show those off is in a third-person time lapse. So let's let the mushrooming commence. Well, I've done the first of these giant mushrooms, and I'm really pleased with how they look. So, as I mentioned, I was going for something a bit different from the standard colour scheme. And so what we've got here is, and let me just put let's see if that looks, nope, don't like that. Yeah, so here is the standard, the mushrooms that I'm going to be building. They are going to be some nice ones using the warp blocks, because I've got absolutely loads of these warp blocks. So yeah, getting rid of the warp blocks whenever I've been growing the warped wood has meant that I've just had loads and loads of these, because I've been picking it up with the Silk Touch Diamond Hoe. So yeah, I figured that they actually look pretty good with the colour scheme from the roofs, and the acacia, the stripped acacia, is a really good touch with them. So I've done those, and I'm thinking that I'm also going to do some more over in this area as well. And what I'll probably do is kind of have them sort of stepped up and down a little bit, maybe have some next to here, but actually in this big space I might do a really big one that can actually have an interior potentially. But yeah, this is the start of it. I'll probably dot some more around. We've got a big one and a small one, and a big lag spike as well. Now to build the others, I'll probably build some more pretty much identical to these two, and then just a really big one over here as well. So now, again, another time lapse I think for you. That's the best way to show me getting through these. Well, we now have a whole bunch more mushrooms in place. So, as you would have seen from the time lapse, I built this huge mushroom over here, just in the backdrop, to go with the two that we went with earlier. And basically I just replicated these two, twisted them around, just changed up some of the details slightly over here as well. So we've got quite a bunch of little mushrooms around here. I've also done a little bit of work, as you can see by the grass just growing back, shaping some of the terrain to make it that little bit more exciting. And probably what I will do next episode is I will come in and actually start to really go to town on this, adding in some paths, potentially adding in some custom spruce trees, just really tying this area together now that we've got quite a few builds going on, because I'm really liking how this is coming together, in fact. So yeah, I will give you a quick look at what we've done on the interior of this build. Again, as with everything else here in Adie's Adventure, if you have enjoyed this build and if you like it, then do let me know if you'd like a tutorial of this. I've seen so many of the red and white mushrooms, I just figured let's go for something a little bit different here. So as we head in here, downstairs we've just got a couple of barrels and a crafting table just so you can store your stuff, and then we've got up here your bubble vators up and down. We've got a little seating area here. We've got some absolutely lovely views out of this just because of the place that it's ended up. We've just got some really nice views. I mean, that one just of the sky really, but here you can look over and you can actually see right the way over to the iron farm. You can come a bit closer and you can see up to the mob farm, and you can see the new building. It is quite close to the new building, but yeah, I'm kind of okay with that. You can see down again here the sight lines through there. But yeah, just all in all, love how this has kind of turned out. So we've got a little seating area, another one here in a bit of a library area, thrown in some chains as well for decoration around here. And then we've just got the sleeping and some furnaces and some chests. So yeah, really simple interior, but I think it works quite well. Gives you everything that you need in a build like this. So yeah, more builds bringing the area together. I will again just give you a fly through in replay of the area so that I can actually get a bit of a cinematic coming through this area itself as I come across to another little bit of work that I've done. That little bit of work that I've done is just, again, tidying up, really. This has kind of been the start of a bit of tidying up that I've been doing, but over here by the mob farm, I've just also fixed the path up to the AFK spot. And as we head up here, you'll see that we've just got some mobs falling on our heads. Nice to see that it's working, and we've actually got loads of resources. But yeah, I've changed things around. I've got a little pathway up here. I've made our little pool. The number of times that I've dropped down there and missed the pool just was crazy. So I've made the drop pool massively bigger now, because it brings you down to like half a heart. So if I hadn't been watching any time, that would have been the end. But as I head up here, all that's left to say is thank you very, very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the episode as much as I've enjoyed the new parts of the base, so we can come and have a look from up here to the giant mushrooms. I think that they add a bit of life to this area, and looking from up here you can see that we've got like a little peninsula. I'll probably chop that off and turn this into the fantasy area, so it'll go all the way around as far as the eye can see here, and this will be the little area, and we've got a really, really good start to it now. Just really a perfect little shape for this bit of the base. So yeah, as I said, I hope you've enjoyed the episode. If you have, do leave me a like on the video, it really does help. Do also leave me a comment if you've enjoyed it, and I will continue to do the things that you like, really. And yeah, all that's left to be said is thank you very, very much for watching, and I will see you next time on Adie Craft. Bye.